Chasers, if you have an SMSF or Self-Managed Superannuation Fund that purchased a property using a Limited Recourse Borrowing Arrangement or LRBA loan, what happens when you've finally made that last loan repayment and kissed that mortgage goodbye? Well, it's not just popping champagne and counting dollars, Chasers. There's a whole process to navigate, and one wrong turn can land you in a regulatory nightmare. I'm your host, Chris Becks, a financial and business advisor with over 40 years experience and the founder of the multi-award-winning CBEX Business Solutions for Good. But fear not, because we're here to be your financial Sherpa, guiding you through the 6 key steps with expert insights and a healthy dose of humour. Because this is a financial planning topic, and as an authorised representative of Interprac Financial Limited, I'm obliged to give you this general advice disclaimer before we begin.
The information provided is for educational purposes and is general advice only, as we did not take into account your investment objectives, financial situation or particular needs. Before making an investment decision on the basis of this advice, you should consider how appropriate the advice is to your particular investment needs and objectives. You should also consider the relevant product disclosure statement before making any decision relating to a financial product. Chris Becks is a director of CBEX Financial Solutions and an authorised representative of Interprac Financial Planning Proprietary Limited, AFSL 246638.
Okay, now that's done, let's dive into this episode. Key step number 1. Why you need a team of experts and not just relying on Google. Imagine scaling Mount Everest blindfolded. That's how navigating the LRBA loan wind-up feels without expert advice. So don't go solo. Grab both a property and SMSF expert as your Sherpas. They'll help you avoid stamp duty avalanches, superannuation law crevices, and the ever-present regulatory chasms. They'll also help you understand those state-specific stamp duty exemptions, decipher the governing rules of your fund, and ensure your documents are rock solid for any future audit. Remember, prevention is much better than incurring penalties. Key point 2. Confirming the loan extinction. Don't assume silence means the loan is dead. Get that written confirmation from your lender. It's your get out of jail free card for future audits and financial nightmares. Think of it as a death certificate for the loan, signed and sealed. And while you're at it, check your credit report to make sure that the mortgage discharge is properly recorded. You don't want that loan haunting you like a financial ghost in the future. Key point number 3. Transferring the title from the bare trustee to the superannuation landlord. How do we actually claim this asset as our SMSF's rightful property? To be able to legally and correctly do this and raise your SMSF flag on that property, a property conveyancing expert experienced in SMSF titles and bare trust property transfers will ensure a smooth transfer of the title from the bare trustee to the SMSF trustee. Don't even think about DIYing this, Chasers. You wouldn't climb Mount Everest without a guide, would you? They will navigate the legalities of each state or territory, handle any stamp duty issues, and make sure that the handover is clean and compliant. Key point number 4. Documenting the demise or closing the bare trust chapter. Now with the property officially yours, let's tie up some final loose ends. It's time to close the book on the bare trust arrangement. Your SMSF expert advisor will complete the official paperwork that dissolves the trust and records any changes in your SMSF, just like the final sentence in a satisfying novel. Key point number 5, spreading the word. The new landlord is in town. Everyone now needs to know there's a new landlord in town, from the State Revenue Office to the local council. Your property conveyancer will handle the notifications, ensuring a seamless transition of power. And finally, key point 6. Farewell, BEAR trustee, but don't rush. If your BEAR trustee was a dedicated company formed solely for this property, don't jump the gun on disbanding it. Liquidation is generally the safer option, offering more certainty and minimising future risks. Think of it like closing a bank account. You want to make sure every transaction is settled before you shred those credit cards. Resurrecting a dissolved company can be a bureaucratic nightmare, so it's best to proceed with caution and follow expert advice. And remember, chasers, document every step of this journey. Keep those records tidy for at least a decade. It's your fortress against any future financial audit storms. So to recap, here are the 6 key steps to remember when winding up your SMSF LRBA loan. Number 1, seek expert guidance from property and SMSF expert advisors. Number 2, obtain written confirmation of loan repayment and mortgage discharges. Number 3, transfer the property title from the BEAR trustee to the SMSF trustee. Number 4, document the cessation of the BEAR trust arrangement. Number 5, notify all relevant parties of the change in ownership. And number 6, consider carefully whether to liquidate or deregister the BEAR trustee company. You might even consider using it again for another LRBA property purchase. Remember, SMSF trustees, paying off that LRBA loan is a huge achievement, but it's not the end of the journey. By following these steps and seeking expert advice, you can navigate the post-loan landscape with confidence, paving the way for a smooth and secure super future. As with any financial planning or matters relating to tax, to ensure a smooth transition and make informed decisions, always get some advice from an expert before you do anything. It's good insurance against costly financial mistakes. If you would like more information about what to do after paying off that LRBA loan, call our office today on 0355 612 643 to discuss further. Thank you for listening. I'm Chris Becks, and I look forward to presenting another episode to you real soon.
If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the Chasers channel, we would love you to share it with your business friends and colleagues, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To catch all the latest from CBEX Business Solutions for Good, follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/CBEX, Instagram at CBEX, and on the internet at cbex.com. Thanks again, and we'll be sharing new info with you on our next episode.